What is global warming? Global warming is a term used to describe a gradual increase in the average temperature of Earth's atmosphere and its ocean, a change that is believed to be permanently changing the Earth's climate. Rising levels of human produced gases released into the atmosphere create a greenhouse effect that traps heat and causes global warming.
What is the greenhouse effect? The greenhouse effect is when the sun's heat is trapped in our atmosphere by greenhouse gases. What are these greenhouse gases? I'll list them out for you. There's water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, and ozone. If there are too many of these gases up in our atmosphere, the temperatures in our Earth will rise up, and that is what the greenhouse effect is.
Skeptics are saying small chaotic fluctuation in atmospheric and oceanic circulation system can cause small changes in global average cloudiness, and this is also necessary to cause climate change. Skeptics are saying there is no climate change because there was warm weather during the medieval period, and this was just as warm as today, which is a continuation cycle. Skeptics are also saying there is no evidence, however, there are only computer models to tell us that there is sign of global warming. Quoted by Mark Paquette, a meteorologist, quoted, the Earth's climate is ridiculously complicated, and carbon dioxide is not the only thing that influences the climate that is changing. In fact, probably everything in the Earth's climate system changes at one time or another. So Earth's changing climate cannot be entirely attributed to carbon dioxide level rising. So this means that the Earth's climate change has no constant law.
There are a few ways to reduce global gases, and one of them is reduce, reuse, and recycle. What's better than recycling, right? So number two, we should stop using cars so it wouldn't pollute the air as much. So we should all use bikes and carpool. Number three, we could start off this new environment by planting trees and also planting plants and flowers in your garden or yard. Last but not least, we can all encourage our friends and family to be more conservative.
How is oil, politics, and global warming all connected? Well, you see, politics, all they have in their mind is money. They don't care about the earth or the ecosystem or any of the animals that are endangered already. Since their only point right now is to have money and just keep on saving, you know? So, one thing that politics waste their money on the most is oil. How they get that oil is through the ground, right? But that can also affect our daily lives because sometimes there are things such as oil spills that can kill many of the animals that are in waters, right? Also, when that oil is made, it can be made into fuel, which can also be put into cars. And cars release that fuel into the air, which is basically polluting the earth. And that is how oil, politics, and global warming are all connected.
One sustainable living strategy us humans can use is the transition from fossil fuels to solar power. For example, the Toyota Prius uses a solar panel sunroof, and the sunroof uses the sun's energy to run the air conditioner inside the car. For example, a gasoline fossil fueled car would use gas in order to run the air conditioning, but for a Prius, a hybrid car uses the sunlight while the car is parking, and that will move the air conditioning system. Although, however, it cannot move the actual vehicle itself because the sunlight energy is not powerful enough, it contributes to the air conditioning system, and that's one way of living sustainably. Solar power is renewable. Unlike fossil fuels must be burned in order to create electricity. In addition, fossil fuels must be dug down from the ground in order to be obtained, and this causes erosions and oil spills affecting the earth. In conclusion, fossil fuel is a finite resource, which means that there is a limited usage that we can only obtain. And today's quote would be, as long as the sun is up, the energy is up. This means that us humans should start moving towards solar power energy rather than relying on a finite resource called fossil fuel.